Now to a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Two Idaho surgeons, one for animals, the other for humans, sought out by a famous illusionist from Montana to save something very precious to him, his pet tiger.
They all met up in Sun Valley, where they operated on the rare 8-year-old Bengal for almost 3 hours, reconstructing her broken femur. Our Morgan Boydston and photojournalist Mary Kenzel made the trek out to Big Sky State and to meet this magician, his family, and their beautiful Bengal tigers. It's a story you'll see only on 7. Morgan.
It was such a unique, unusual opportunity that we just had to go out to Bozeman in Belgrade, Montana to capture all that this story entails. We wanted to learn about the authentic illusionist, as he calls himself, Jay Owenhouse, and find out why he has these animals. What we discovered was they're more than just an act in his show. They're family, and he'll go to extreme measures to care for them, hence how his path converged with a St. Alphonsus surgeon and a Sun Valley veterinarian.
You're such a good girl.
For 8 years, Shekinah and Sheena have been a part of the Owenhouse family.
You're such a good girl.
And a part of their livelihood for several years, performing around the country on weekends.
I know, Pumpkin.
But one day in February, as they were about to hit the road from their Montana facility, their owner, Jay, realized something was up.
Shekinah was in her cave. She has a rock cave, and she didn't want to come out.
When she did step out, she was limping. Jay says he called his vet immediately, and they thought maybe she pulled a muscle.
So we just kind of kept an eye on it for a couple days.
But Shekinah wasn't getting any better. An x-ray later revealed she'd shattered her femur.
It was just a freak accident where she just landed and hit her hip.
Jay thinks Shekinah was laying on top of this waterfall when her sister came up to play and somehow knocked her off.
Kind of the consensus is that, she probably would have to be, put down. And that was just something that we weren't going to accept because she's part of our family.
Good girl.
If her femur could be repaired and she could live a life without pain, then it was worth any cost to fix it.
He got a team of local experts together and they searched far and wide for the best veterinary surgeons in the country. But they didn't have to search too far.
And it turned out that the best one was actually in Sun Valley, Idaho.
Owner of Sun Valley Animal Center, Randy Aker, has done some pretty rare surgeries.
We did some cougars.
But never on a Bengal tiger.
It's always fun. It is nerve-wracking.
He knew he had to use a specialized interlocking nail to fix her femur. But the dilemma?
I need a bigger part.
They didn't make parts big enough for a tiger in veterinary medicine. So Aker connected with St. Alphonsus Director of Orthopedic Trauma, Dr. David Zamorano, who prior to this only worked on humans.
I told him I don't really know much about tigers, and so he sent me some x-rays. I took a look at them, and I told him it looks just like a human femur. I think he probably can fix it just like we would fix any human.
Within a couple days,
and we put a screw at the bottom and a screw at the top.
Zamorano got a team together, stocked a pickup with equipment, and headed to the Sun Valley Animal Center.
I just thought it was an experience of a lifetime that, okay, I get to see an animal up close that I'll never see up close.
An unlikely combination.
It's kind of surreal.
Human surgeons and equipment reps from Boise.
You don't normally see a tail.
An anesthesia team from Montana and a veterinary team in Sun Valley, all uniting to save a rare, endangered white Bengal tiger.
It's part of the universe. It feels funny to cut on it. I'm, honored to try to help it.
At that point, Shekinah's fracture was about 3 weeks old, and it wasn't healing well. Plus, Shekinah's bones are incredibly dense.
So that made it a lot more difficult.
And for the Idaho surgeons, it was a race against time.
The anesthesiologist said, you've got about 5 hours max, and so you need to get it done by then.
They finished in about 3 hours.
It's just scary enough that, when it's done, you made it through that one, sort of.
It was a tough day, but it also was a good day because I knew that if it wasn't, for the surgery, that she wouldn't have had a chance to survive.
2 weeks later, Shekinah is still healing and resting in a makeshift bed in her trailer.
You have to stay in your hospital bed.
But away from her twin to avoid hurting her leg again.
Yeah, I know. You smell your sister.
Shekinah just started bearing weight, and Jay and the surgeons are hopeful.
So far, so good.
She'll make a full recovery.
It worked.
She's in great spirits. She seems to be feeling well. It was such a blessing to have so many people want to be part of giving her that that second chance.
A second chance both Aker and Zamorano say they were honored to lend their hands to.
He spent a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort to doing this, and you can tell he just really cares about the tiger.
Jay Owenhouse says one of the main reasons he has these tigers in his show is so he can educate people about conservation and just how special they are. But he also says they love to perform.
What they do in the show is it's by their choice. They're not coerced to do it.
A species in crisis.
You okay, Pumpkin?
He says he's dedicated to saving.
Daddy loved you.
By fusing his love for animals with his passion for magic.
A famous conservationist said once that we'll only conserve that which we love. And so I think it's so important that people get an opportunity to be around these magnificent animals because it changes their life. And I think that it heightens people's awareness of the plight that the tiger and a lot of other animals are fighting.
A fight this tiger will continue to bring attention to thanks in part to 2 Idaho doctors. A portion of the proceeds from the show's VIP tickets right now go to the Corbett Foundation to help protect tigers from being poached in the wild. You can learn more about the Owenhouse family's show in this story on our website, ktvb.com. As for Dr. Zamorano, he says he doubts he'll get this opportunity again, but joked he might have built up an animal referral pattern.
Yeah.
Physicians' code of ethics extends to four-legged.
Yeah. All right, Morgan, thank you for that exclusive story.